yeah, moving to Edmonton changed my financial future, for sure. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode, and I am literally gonna get roasted by my Toronto friends, but Edmonton is better. You can't change my mind. Yo, I'm just building your favorite, so don't mind me. Sometimes the title then. Okay, first of all, my mom is gonna roast me too because all my parents do is talk trash about my moving to Edmonton. But I moved to Edmonton a year ago and I'm happier here than I was in Toronto and my life is better. So here is why. First of all, my quality of life is better because my costs are lower. Had I still been living in Toronto, I would be paying $2,600 plus a month to live in an apartment smaller than the one that I have been living in for the past year, on top of all the other expenses that go into life in Ontario. Insurance is more expensive, eating out is more expensive, taxes are higher. Shout out to the Alberta 5% tax. I literally have saved so much money on tax since I moved here, which is like the happiest thing in the world to me because honestly, as we know, Canada cannot figure out how to efficiently and effectively spend our tax money, so screw your taxes. There's way less traffic here, everything is closer, everything I need is still here. Yes, there's a cactus club. But overall, I am spending so much less to live more. I am not somebody who goes clubbing. I am not somebody who is constantly downtown. I am more of a suburban person, and really the Edmonton suburbs, I'm not feeling too much of a difference compared to the Toronto suburbs. To be honest, they might even be safer. But yeah, my quality of life is just way higher since I moved here. And of course, that allows me to go into my next thing, which is we purchased a home here. We purchased a single detached home under $300,000. It's mine and my partner's first home, and that is just something we never would have been able to do in Toronto. Honestly, I think you have to make like $400,000 to be able to afford a single detached home in Toronto right now, and a pretty shitty one. So the reality is that it's allowed us to get our foot in the door in terms of single family real estate, which has been something that has been on our minds for a long time. And in Toronto, we were only really able to purchase condos, pre-construction. Even in Calgary, we have a pre-construction in Calgary, and single detached just seems so far out of the realm of possibility for now that it has literally changed our financial pathway. We are on track to double or maybe triple our income in the coming year, and that is entirely related to the accessibility of real estate here, and obviously my knowledge and our combined ability to create value with real estate. So that is just something that, how can I say that my life in Toronto would have been better if moving to Edmonton literally changed my financial pathway and how quickly I am on track to become a millionaire. So there's just no going back from that, and that has to be the number one thing that I've gotten from moving to Edmonton. Another thing that I have loved about Edmonton is the sense of community. Firstly, Toronto is a major metropolitan city. With that comes a lot of different personalities, a lot of possibly, you might call it crime, poverty, homelessness, and honestly, Edmonton has that as well. It is incredibly tragic across Canada, the homelessness levels and the poverty levels right now. But I will say that now that we are living in Alberta, we are seeing a very different approach to community. I'm meeting a lot of people who are more strongly rooted in their values, and I know people always take that as a right or a left-wing thing, but it's not. I'm just meeting a lot more people with true convictions, whether they're religious, whether they're just principle-based. But it is great to have community that is rooted around values. That's something that is so important to us, especially as we move into raising a family and making lifelong friends. So that is something invaluable that I've gotten from moving to Edmonton. And of course, I mean, if you guys know me, I am country music's #1 fan. So yes, Albertan culture is my kind of Canadian culture. We are all about the mountains, the outdoor lifestyle, country music, and moving to Alberta has just been something that has allowed us to really reach into those interests and passions. I've had the chance to go to Banff, just quickly drive down there, visit with my mom and our close friend, and just have the greatest time enjoying nature. And that's something that truly, had I stayed in Toronto, I wouldn't have been as exposed to, and I wouldn't have gotten the chance to do so much. So I really think that if you are like me, if city life isn't the biggest deal to you and you're suburban and you like the outdoors and quality of life and advancing your financial future is top of mind, I really think that moving is something you should really consider. And not just specifically to Edmonton. There are so many Canadian cities and cities around the world that give you the opportunity to live your values, to expose yourself to your interests, to get closer to those goals that you want to be living. So I just highly recommend it. Moving to Edmonton has really changed my life, and truly being in Toronto was a complete limitation for us. So I'm beyond grateful that we made this move. I'm so excited to see where the future takes us. Yeah, what do you think? Toronto versus Edmonton. I know it's not even like it's not even a comparison because we're talking about apples and oranges. I think that if you open your mind to what's out there and what's possible, it can change yours too. So thank you guys so much for joining me, my quick little spiel. I know it's maybe not the most expected, but I really wanted to share this with you and kind of show you what's out there. And of course, if you like this video, like it, but what I really want is your comments. Tell me what you thought. And if you want to see me again, subscribe, obviously. So I will see you guys next time. Ciao for now.